que intentar luchar por seguir tus sueños, sin olvidar mantener los pies en el suelo. Destapa tu corazón y no tengas miedo, sin alterar el pulso de tu sentimiento. No jures para siempre, siempre es mucho tiempo que lo grande se encuentra en lo más pequeño. Besarnos, querernos, tocarnos, llamarnos, lijar los errores, saber perdonarnos, dar sin esperar y sentirnos queridos. Son los mandamientos para sentirnos vivos. Empieza a olvidar a los que te olvidaron para sentirte libre, sin dueño ni amo, para verte más guapa y alegrarte el día. Besar tu reflejo y sube tu autoestima. Sube tu autoestima. Todos necesitamos sentirnos llenos. Lo bueno se nos escapa en cualquier momento. Tienes que intentar luchar por seguir tus sueños, sin olvidar mantener los pies en el suelo. Destapa tu corazón y no tengas miedo, sin alterar el pulso de tus sentimientos. No jures para siempre, siempre es mucho tiempo que lo grande se encuentra en lo más pequeño. Dilata tu alma, las penas te crecen, ríe al caer, que de todo se aprende antes con un mapa y buscarte a ti misma, porque la batalla no está perdida. Sigue tus impulsos y no te arrepientes, y si te equivocas no sientas vergüenza. Oye, más que hablas, siente más que piensa, que traje el esfuerzo está la recompensa.
Que las cosas más grandes son,
que las cosas más grandes son, que las cosas más grandes son las más pequeñas. Que las cosas más grandes son, que las cosas más grandes son, que las cosas más grandes son las más pequeñas. Que las cosas más grandes, me dijo el barquero, no se compran con dinero. Que las cosas más grandes, me dijo el barquero, que no, no se compran con dinero. Que las cosas más grandes son, que las cosas más grandes, que las cosas más grandes son las más pequeñas. Que las cosas más grandes son, que las cosas más grandes, que las cosas más grandes son las más pequeñas. Que tus impulsos y no te arrepientes, y si te equivocas no sientas vergüenza. Oye, más que hablas, siente más que piensa, que traje el esfuerzo está la recompensa.
que las cosas más grandes son las más
Que las
pequeñas.
cosas más grandes son las más pequeñas. Que no nos mientan.
Barranquilla tiene un swing que empieza la rumba y no tiene fin. Barranquilla tiene un no sé qué, pa' bailar la cumbia, cumbia y más vale. Barranquilla tiene un swing que empieza la rumba y no tiene fin. Barranquilla tiene un no sé qué, pa' bailar la cumbia, cumbia y más vale. Tiene Barranquilla un swing sabroso, y sobre todo por ese ambiente tan popular. Es que Barranquilla siempre está de fiesta, siempre está de rumba. Barranquilla siempre tiene un buen motivo para festejar. Tremendo swing, Barranquilla tiene un swing, pero tremendo swing, que empieza la rumba y no tiene fin. Barranquilla tiene un no sé qué, pa' bailar la cumbia, cumbia y más vale. Y sus mujeres en descaderado se ven tan divinas, moviendo la cola al compás de una cumbia que fascina. Es que Barranquilla es una ciudad tan maravillosa, que todo el mundo quiere gozar aquí en la Arenosa. Oye que sí, Barranquilla tiene un swing, por eso yo me quedo en Barranquilla. La rumba y no tiene fin. Barranquilla tiene un no sé qué, a bailar la cumbia, cumbia y más vale. Y cuando empieza el carnaval, se prende la arenosa, se oye el rumor de un pregonar. Quien lo vive, quien lo goza. Y si el Junior mete un gol hay un arrebato. Se prende Barranquilla con todos sus barrios en el 84. ¡Vaya qué rico! Barranquilla tiene un swing. Empieza la rumba y no tiene fin. Barranquilla tiene un no sé qué. A bailar la cumbia. ¡Ay, Barranquilla, como te quiero! ¡Esto es para gozar! Tremendo swing que tiene Barranquilla, mira, la rumba no tiene fin. Barranquilla tiene un swing. Y sus mujeres tan lindas, bailando cumbia, puya, y el más vale, más vale. Barranquilla tiene un no sé qué. Mira cómo baila, mira cómo goza, mi gente no tiene fin. Barranquilla tiene un swing. Por eso te canto Barranquilla, mira, y te canto con mucho H. Barranquilla tiene un no sé qué. ¡Coge mambo, Barranquilla! ¡Oh, oh, oh! ¡Oh, oh, oh!
Friday, so I like to play the salsa. I like to get people in a good mood, kind of like a party mood. The only kind of iffy kind of, is it is Groundhog Day, so happy Groundhog Day. Unfortunately, Mr. Poxitani Phil, that, sadistic little groundhog, has predicted 6 more weeks of winter. So let's see who I've got here. I've got Good Morning Magnus and Viking Sandwich Wench. Good morning, Panina Chan. Let me see. I got a good afternoon for Mariel Bell, a morning for Mitch the Ripper. Because, I don't suppose that his morning is good. It's just a morning. Good morning, Rhetorical. Morning, No Name. Let me see. Who else do I have in the chat as I'm scrolling down? I have a Beardbarian. Good morning, Beardbarian. Good morning, Neil, who made it. And Green Badger. Good morning. Good morning, Scott McGinnis, who also made it into my chat this morning. Did a little bit of dancing. When I move into the next spot, you might actually see me, standing instead of chair dancing. But Morning, Jay Willie. How are you doing? And good morning, Stargazer and Hellbound Iscariot. So I have a lot of people in the chat this morning. Thank you for showing up. Fridays is Good News Fridays, where I find feel-good news articles to read in the news this morning. So, to kind of round out all the bad news that went on during the week. That doesn't mean I'm not keeping up with current events. I always do that because, what kind of a news chick would I be if I didn't keep up with current events? The Department of State. The United States has free trade agreements with 12 countries in the Western Hemisphere. So our trade is doing rather good. If you want to see more about that, as always, the links should be below. Did I put the links down there? I think I put the links down there this morning. It's been a crazy morning, I think. So, yep, there's that. And also, the FBI in Minneapolis is getting geared up for the Super Bowl. SAC Thornton and ASAC Rivers say there were several security preparations firsts for the football's biggest game and related NFL activities this year, probably because they're expecting people to kneel and people to boo and people to be all sorts of angry. Morning, Ghost Dog. How are you doing this morning? So, there we are. That's the news for this morning. And I had fun watching the State of the Union address was absolutely fun to watch. I watched it off Periscope with a few friends. We were commenting on it in the Discord. I liked how he turned to the Republicans when he was addressing GOP issues, and then straightened up just a little bit straighter when he addressed the Democrats and their issues. And the eternal scowl Pelosi has on her face. Literally, I think if that woman were to ever try and smile, her face would crack and fall off, but that's just my opinion. He did hit a lot of good points. His speech had a lot of good cadence. It had good rhythm. It was very interesting to listen to. It was easily one of his best speeches, in my opinion. And I am going to be breaking that speech down and playing around with Sony Vegas to, see if I can do some commentary on that particular State of the Union. To see what comes of it and point out some things that some people, had a hand cramp. Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it? It seems that way. Yeah, and so, yep. I would like to see more of the State of the Union, so I am going to do a breakdown. Oh, yes, I heard about that. The Fidel Castro, his son, committing suicide. I'm going to read a little bit about that. I tend to give an on-the-fence kind of look at Fidel's offspring because I think it was in the late 80s, early 90s. Fidel Castro's daughter came to the United States to get a medical degree, and then she did not want to return back to Cuba. So, when it comes to his children, I'm on the fence with just a little bit of leeway leaning toward the fact that they might be, somewhat reasonable, unlike their father and their Uncle Raul. But, since today is good news, let's get on with it, shall we? All right. Oh, let me see. My God, my brain. Youngest firefighter in town revives co-worker with techniques he learned just a month earlier. That's right. First good news story of the day. Alrighty. A teen firefighter in a Wisconsin town has proven age is just a number. Some of this doesn't fit today. While saving the life of one of his co-workers, Daniel Dowdy, 18, is the youngest member of the Grafton Fire Department. He joined ranks as a part-time volunteer and balances this job with his life as a high school senior. Daniel does a very good job around here, Fire Chief Bill Rice told InsideEdition.com. He's an exceptional individual. Let's see. He became certified less than a month ago. His equipment remains brand new and untouched by smoke, according to WDJT, but the skills he's picked up as a result of his time with the department came in handy earlier this month when a coworker at his second job at a local Shopko department store suddenly fell unconscious. He was working in the storage room when he heard some commotion, maybe somebody falling, Rice explained. He went over to check and noticed it was his coworker who collapsed. The coworker was apparently unconscious and didn't have a pulse, Rice said after calling for help. Dowdy immediately began administering CPR. It was only minutes before paramedics arrived, but authorities believe that Dowdy's initial attempts at resuscitating his coworker saved his life. When you look at the survival rates of people who are pulseless, non-breathing, early CPR is the key to reviving these people, Rice said. In this case, Daniel was able to provide early CPR, and that's why he made a difference. Thankfully, his coworker is recovered and has since returned to work. Dowdy, who has been involved with the fire department since he was around 14 years old, says he plans to attend the University of Wisconsin to study natural resources. In addition, he hopes he can also apply to be a full-time firefighter once he finishes school. Panina Chan. Someone saved someone else. The world kept turning. We can be civic with each other. Fake news. Yeah, I'm skipping the yoga pants thing because I don't need that visual, Mitch, but thanks. This one I will play for you guys, so I'm going to have to mute myself so I don't echo. So here we go.
It's a life-changing thing for me. You know, I've lived pretty hard for some years now. They let me know that folks do still care and that you can make it. When I come in and nobody else is around, I'm going to get out on my knees, I'm going to say a prayer and thank God for this, because this is a really big blessing.
It is good to see the community pulling together and doing things for veterans, because I don't think we do enough for the veterans in this country. I really, really don't. Now the municipality will come in and fuck it all up. Oh, I hope not, Mitch, because this gives them hope. This gives them a place to live so they can regroup and start their lives anew. Yep. This helping of veterans. I mean, this is, you know, say what you will about communities, but when communities pull together to help those who have fought for our freedoms and have been disenfranchised from the government and basically not given the care that they deserve for protecting this country, it's a good thing to see. Seattle already did that very thing. It's good to see it happening in places across the United States. It's really good to see people in communities giving hope to our veterans. After all, they gave of themselves to protect our freedoms and to protect this country. It's time that we give back. Morning, Numbskull. How are you? Next story. South Carolina Zoo's new baby giraffe is a tall dose of cuteness. Look at that little cute giraffe. Oh, Seattle's already fucking it up. Why am I not surprised? Forget April the giraffe. Autumn is the new giraffe mom of the moment. She also usurps Vivian the giraffe, who gave birth at the Peoria Zoo in January. The Greenville Zoo in South Carolina announced Autumn's pregnancy on its website back in December, stating the 11-year-old Maasai giraffe might give birth as early as February. Turns out she went into labor earlier than expected, introducing her baby into the world on January 31st. With the zoo spreading the news via Facebook, hurry to the giraffe cam! Autumn is in labor. On Thursday, the animal park posted an image of mother and child to Facebook along with a note. Autumn and baby are doing well and having some quality bonding time. Dr. Kapustin, a zoo veteran, stated, all things we want to see happening this time are happening successfully. The zoo staff is very grateful. Yet, as the as yet unnamed baby, is Autumn's first with male partner Miles. The veteran mom has given birth 3 times previously, reports Greenville News. Her first calf, Kiko, was born in October 2012 and shared the world through a webcam. Kiko was later sent to live at the Toronto Zoo. Sadly, her second calf was stillborn. Autumn's third baby, Tatu, was born in February 2016, but recently transferred to Pennsylvania's Lehigh Valley Zoo. The Greenville Zoo's website states there are currently 118 Maasai giraffes in zoos around the world. 65 are females and 52 are males, while 1 is of undetermined gender. We assume that's the new baby. We send our congratulations to the Greenville Zoo and hope mom and baby continue to be well. We also hope Autumn gets to enjoy a significant amount of bonding time with the youngster before he or she moves to a permanent new home. So we're going back to the picture. There we go. And what's happening in the chat? Numbskull only here for a bit, helping a buddy move again today. Sorry I missed yesterday. It's alright, Numbskull. It happens. It happens. Viking sandwich ones. Yes, but Tide Pods work best to clean the lungs. And you said you needed to clean your eyes, so bleach is better. Ha ha ha, that's good. Non-binary baby giraffes. Well, I don't think they've taken a time to examine the giraffe's genitals, so the sex is as of yet determined. And this is South Carolina. I think they tend to be a little more GOP than liberal, if I remember correctly. So I'm sure as soon as they get a chance to go in there and assess and take a good look at the giraffe, they will be able to determine its actual sex. And for all you cat lovers out there, this cat is so popular, he has over 10 owners. And I'm not going to play that because that's a copyright issue. Cape Coral, Florida. Realtor Lenora Marshall was showing a house that was for sale on her Cape Coral, Florida street about 6 years ago when something gray darted out of one of the empty rooms. The potential buyers were surprised and asked Marshall if that gray flash they glimpsed was a cat. That's just Louie, Marshall recalls telling them, added that he probably sneaked in while she was disabling the home alarm. He's the neighborhood cat. For about a decade, the residents of this neighborhood have collectively cared for Louie, a cat that acts more like a dog in the way he follows neighbors around, purring when they bend down to scratch his belly, or a king in the way he is offered food and soft pillows to sleep on. All the neighbors leave food for Louie, and he gets through each day, taking whatever else he needs as he goes along. He's got a feather pillow to sleep on in Marshall's garage when it's nice out, and a warm spot under the front bumper of a car at the Kuderna home. Oh, thank you for the $2, Beardbarian. When it is chilly. He gets his flea treatments every year from Bill Medler, and the last neighbor to leave during the Hurricane Irma evacuation, Trish Sullivan, made sure he had food and water and catnip hidden in the bushes so he would stay protected. Everyone's pet. Marshall said every morning Louie taps on her window and meets noses with her own cat at her front door right before she feeds them. Then throughout the day he travels around the block, greeted and adored by all the residents who see him. When we go away We pay somebody to look after Louie, Marshall said, adding that she instructs the caretaker to feed Louie fancy feast if it's a holiday instead of normal dry food. He's made a name for himself outside the block as well. Marshall and her friends in Australia ask how she's doing, and the UPS deliverers ask about him too. And there is Louie. No problem, Beardberry, and I try my best. And there is Louie, living high on the hog, as a kitty cat should, and being the neighborhood cat. Gotta love it. Gotta absolutely love it when people take care of a stray animal like that. Now that, would he be considered stray, seeing how he's got 10 people taking care of him? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Alright. You know what it's time for. Oh, that's okay, fuckwad. It's perfectly fine. Alright, here we go.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
It is that time for shoutouts. And also a reminder, the Beardbarian has started his next season of Axes and Assholes, so please make sure to go over to his channel and check that out. I absolutely love watching that series. It's funny. It's great. And it's a wonderful change of pace from, you know, all the other material that you often see on YouTube. The first video of the day comes from our own Jay Willie. And it is entitled Janice Fiamengo versus Self-Defeating Feminist. It is a long video, but it is an interesting video to listen to. He goes very in depth and he hits a lot of really good points in this video. So go check that out. And also give Willie some love because, oh, he is criminally undersubbed. I swear to God. He's only got 88 subscribers. Come on. We got to show a small channel some love, y'all. And you won't be disappointed. Next one. Watch Magnus suck at video games. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. If you ever wondered what a trucker's reaction would be to playing a game while on a live stream, look no further than Magnus Deacon. He's as smart-ass, snarky, and funny as you could possibly get. He responds to the questions and prompts. I think one of them was Bulma asking Goku, do you know how to fight? And Magnus said, hell no, I just started playing this game. Also, keep an eye out for his next broadcast. He'll leave you in stitches. The stream will leave you in stitches. I swear to God it will. Alright, next one is this YouTuber is destroying cities on Instagram. By Nerd City. And what they mean by that is, you know, all the photoshopping and the warping that is the telltale sign of photoshopping. They go through all of Tana Mongeau's, well, not all of it, but a good bit of her stuff. And they also go back to the fact that they did a Try Hard episode where they tried to make the girl that is on the Nerd City staff look like she had a big butt. And yeah, it was a really good video. And last on our list is our own Tailed feature that pops in every once in a while, Queer Kid Stuff Gender Expression. We need to start a support group for old Tailed because Tailed has decided that he is going to respond to every Queer Kid Stuff episode as long as Lindsay makes episodes. And in this one, it's beginning to take a little bit of a toll. He kind of admits that in the video because, let's face it, her videos are hard to sit through, let alone respond to without either laughing or getting frustrated at him. But Tailed does a really good job. So check out Tailed feature, and you will not be disappointed. And those are, yeah, an intervention. We need to do an intervention. He says he's doing it for the fans, but I think he's torturing himself. Nope, you are not. Alright, here we go.
I'm telling you guys, it's wrong. It's wrong! It's wrong!
And with that, here is our cancer from Callie. Take this article with a grain of salt. It is an older article. But, as I clear my throat and get ready for the dramatic reading, here we go. California veterinarian now offering sex change operations for transgender dogs and cats. Wednesday, November 11th, 2015 by Norman Smith. Dr. Carlos Walter, veterinarian from Contra Costa County in Northern California, had to be California, is the first DVM in the country to perform sexual reassignment surgery for dogs and cats. As Dr. Walter notes, spaying and neutering of pets is already a universally accepted method of animal population control, so I'm just taking it a step further. Dr. Walter was a traditional vet until just a few months ago, when he adopted a niche marketing strategy by focusing exclusively on transgender animals. Yep. We're going there. He rebranded himself as the sex change vet, and free-thinking pet owners soon began lining up in droves. Our waiting list is about 6 months long, reports Bruno, his openly heterosexual receptionist. Let me repeat that. Reports Bruno, his openly heterosexual receptionist. Are heteros in the closet now? Ugh. Awakened by the growing acceptance of human transgenderism, or transgenderism, many pet owners are becoming much more sensitive to the sexual identity of their pets. I always knew my boy cat self-identified as a girl, so I've called him Zsa Zsa ever since he was a kitten, explained Joanne Brandenburg, a full-time eBayer from Pomona, California. I'm really looking forward to having Dr. Walter cut Zaza's penis off. That sounds painful. I don't know, but I think he should get his license revoked. Lucy, a female dog who identifies as a male cat, is one of 912 pets currently on Dr. Walter's waiting list. Lucy's owner, an opera queen named Bobby Buffington, is thrilled about his dog's imminent sex change, but wishes there was some way to change Lucy's species as well. I know Lucy will be happier with a penis instead of a disgusting vagina, Mr. Buffington said, but until she can live freely as a cat, she will never be truly whole. But Dr. Walter is hesitant to perform a species change operation. I've never even experimented with that, he confessed. I'm pretty artistic, though, so I could probably make Lucy resemble something akin to a cat, but he would actually still be a dog. No shit, Sherlock. Not surprisingly, poodles are the most common breed on Dr. Walter's waiting list. As the sex change vet explains, poodles used to look like normal dogs, but a couple of centuries ago they became the favourite pets of high society women, who began shaving the poodle's nether regions for unspoken reasons. Given that breed the distinctive transgender look it has had ever since. You mean the poofy faggy look? Because that's what it always looked like to me. Oh my god, that was cancer. That was true cancer. True cancer, indeed. And as I said at the beginning of the article, Morning Malachite, please take the article with a grain of salt. I think it's a Poe or an over-exaggeration or a piece of absolute satire. But, keep digging, Watson. I hope you guys enjoyed the dramatic reading. And now I am going to go through the live stream announcements. So, all times are Eastern Standard Time. Let me see. Rhetorical, if you are still in the live chat, sir, are you going to be doing your live stream at 10:30 tomorrow morning? Or no? Yep. I remember when Cog, Bearing, Edgy, Sphinx, and Andy Worski had a stream where they mentioned that someone wanted to perform sex change operations on a dog. They laughed because it could never happen. I know, right? Cancerfornia, exactly. All times Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Numbskull hosts the Great Debate at 9 a.m. on his channel. At 11, which means in about 6 minutes he's going to start playing cartoons, the Kumite. Morning, Miss T. At 11 on Tonka Sauce channel. Grab pizza, wings, and beer and join Jason for Hellcats at 8 p.m. 6 p.m. Goes Poo Podcast on Sinatra Says. If you're wondering why there are 2 links for Sinatra below, he's been having problems. I don't know if he can live stream on his main channel now or not. So that second link is his secondary streaming channel. Please give him some support and some love. 9 p.m. Scribe Light does Lords of the Night. It's his turn to host on a Friday night. And after that is shortly over with, Minions of the Zoo take over a night stream on the Minions of the Zoo channel. So there are your live stream announcements. And I will keep those up and going so people can see those a little bit better. Also, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be live streaming Chapter 3 of Bendy and the Ink Machine. 8 p.m. to midnight on Mitch the Ripper's channel. If you haven't subscribed to his channel yet, subscribe to the channel. American Reality starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, followed at midnight Eastern Standard Time by Gator and Frog. If you want to figure out where that link is, I am going to give Miss Panina a wrench so she can put the link to Gator and Frog in the chat. Don't forget to mark it down. It is a really good show where they go into news for gaming news and things of that nature. All hail the mighty being of consciousness. Exactly. So, yep. Let me see. Sunday at noon is Sunday Fun Day on Red Robot's channel. I will be, let me see. I'll be shouting that out at the end of my gaming stream tomorrow. So please keep an eye out on all those announcements. I hope you guys enjoyed the news and my little bit of cancer. And until next time, my friends, may your coffee or tea ever flow. May your caffeine be ever strong. And may you have a fantastic Friday and a wonderful weekend. Take care, my coffee nuts.